Hey family of God, I welcome you back to the Worship Hub Africa. I want to thank you all who have subscribed to our YouTube channel. I want to assure you that you're doing great job because I want to thank everyone that have taken time to listen to this message. And I hope it is a message that has transformed your life. I want to also take this opportunity to thank all our sponsors, everyone that has contributed positively towards this show, towards this channel. I thank you so much. The Worship of Africa loves you and celebrates you. My name is SARA KOMUGISHA, and tonight again I have a privilege and honor to host you guys. Yes. I normally say that it's not a casual thing. I don't take this platform for granted. I don't take it casually. It is a platform that God ordained for a purpose. Yes, to shape your minds, to shape your thoughts, to shape the way how you see faith, and to teach you to live a good life, to manifest Christ's character in your day-to-day lives. And in doing that, I don't take it lightly. It esteems me, and I am confident in doing this. So tonight, again, I am so excited about tonight's topic. It's about honor. Honor is a very important virtue. Among the virtues of life, we have compassion, we have kindness, and all of them, name them, you know them. But among those, there is what we call the foundation of all virtues. There is what we call something that comes above every other virtue. So humility, it is something that our Lord did not practice it, but He embodied it. There is a difference between doing something and something being inherent in you. When I'm reading about the topics, I'm reading about the stories, I'm reading about different contexts in which Jesus, our Lord, demonstrated humility. It's quite fascinating to see. It's quite mesmerizing. Like, I feel more urged to read these stories, because you know what? A humble person is I don't know how to even explain this, but it's good to see, it's good to interact with. It just gives you a sense of openness. Like, I just imagine how the disciples used to interact, how easy it was for the disciples to interact with our Lord. Because just imagine Jesus, our Lord, being superior to the disciples. He did not treat them as though they were slaves. He did not treat them as though they were servants of the word below Him. He extended grace. And tonight we're going to see a dive more about this concept. And I know you've had a much or a little bit of this virtue, humility. Someone there might be thinking, what is humility? Have you ever asked yourself, are you humble? Because in most cases, we think because we're quiet, we're silent, and we don't take ourselves to be superior to others, we treat people right, and that makes us humble. But humility has more detail. Humility is a multifaceted concept. It is not all about that. Sometimes it is, you can see people are quiet, you can see someone silent, but yet they are proud. So, silence is not a reflection of humility. At one point, it is a little aspect about the virtue, but it does not define the entire concept. So tonight, I want us to explore more and understand more about this concept. So the opposite of humility is pride. Yeah, is pride. Humility is having an accurate awareness of someone's strength, achievements, and also limitations. Is one, being able to know what they are capable of doing, their competencies, and they know their achievements, but still they have the awareness of knowing that besides all of that, does not make them superior to others. A humble person is a person who recognizes that he's good at, I want to give an example of, he's good at worshiping, but he's in a choir with different people, of course, who are also good at other things. But him being renowned in that sector, it is not something to make him or her think that is superior to others. He knows that he's good at a certain thing. He's good at worshiping, but he knows that there are some areas where he is not good. So he knows that him being good at worshiping does not necessarily mean that he's good at every day. So him recognizing his limitation gives him a sense of not being arrogant, of realizing that there is always a gap in everything. So he's inadequate, he's limited, and that will empower him to treat the people that are within his circle and also within his environment with more respect. So also humility is about being service oriented. It's about thinking beyond your own interests, beyond your own desires. It's thinking less of yourself and more of others. It's not necessarily every time that we have to think, how do I benefit from something? How do I benefit from helping this friend? How do I benefit from leading this particular group? Humility is doing something without expecting any payment. Because if you were expecting any payment, that transcends humility. That is a duty. Humility is something that you have to do out from your will. Like you're willingly doing it. You're not forced. Something that you have to be forced to do is not humility. That is duty. And often people have these common misconceptions about humility. They think that when you're humble, then you are weak, because we are living in a world that esteems status, recognition, and wealth. Okay, people like they celebrate, they value people who are assertive, who are confident. And often, when you are in such an environment, humble people are often downgraded, are often overshadowed and looked to be incompetent. But humility does not mean being incompetent. You can actually be humble and be bold. Humility does not mean to be passive. You can be humble and you can be confident. You can communicate boldly, but yet in considerations of others. So humility is all about doing anything, not necessarily about you thinking, doing something, but a big picture you are seeing how it is going to affect other people. Yeah, I am going to make this decision, but it's good for me, but how is it going to affect other people? Is it going to affect them positively, or is it going to impact them negatively? So humility is service oriented. It's not weakness. It is knowing who you are and being grounded. I want to give an example of for example, you see a tree. It's you being a tree. The roots The roots are deep and the branches are flexible. So you don't shout at the hate. You don't have to shout at the hate because your roots are deep. You know who you are. Sometimes you do not serve people out of a low self-esteem. You serve people out of a high self-esteem. You acknowledge and understand who you are. You understand your strength, and you are tapping from your capacity to help other people. You're not tapping from your weaknesses. You are tapping from your strengths to help other people. So in most cases, humble people do not perceive things from a negative side. They perceive things from a positive side. I want us to talk more about how humility is more of service. Yeah, it's more of service. And in this, I want us to look at an example in Philippians 2, 2 from part 3. And Apostle Paul says that let nothing be done through selfish ambition or conceit, but in wrongness of mind, let each esteem others better than himself. Apostle Paul promoted this virtue among his disciples, among the fellow bond servants, because he knew that there is nothing that you ever get out of being self-centered, being selfish, but he knew that real life, a meaningful life, is a life lived for others. So, in most cases, this virtue is not entirely about serving yourself. It's about serving others. In verse 4, he says that let each of you look out not only for his own interests, but also for the interests of others. So, humility is to see beyond your interests and needs. And when I say to see beyond your interests and needs, humility has that part that is a bit sacrificial. You do not serve or give others out of surplus. You have to serve others or give others out of need. Have to serve others out of need. It is like you are not doing that because it's like when you have you have many clothes, and then these things, charity things that we normally use to participate in. So in most cases, we're in a generation that is looking for recognition, that someone is going to give out the things that he doesn't need. It's convenient for him to give. No, I'm not using these things, so it's comfortable for me to give them out. But serving others is giving something even when it's inconvenient. Humility is putting yourself. I don't know how to say this practically, but it is serving other people willingly and out of need, sacrificing even the things that you need. You're giving your best. If I'm helping you, I'm going to help you with all that I know. I am not going to help you with less. I am going to help you with all that I'm able to help you with. That is true humility, tapping from your capacity to help other people, not out of convenience, but because every end goal of a humble person is to see the other people happy, because that is where they get their sense of fulfillment. Yeah, because literally they are not targeting the status, they are not targeting the recognition, but they are doing something that is entirely right They are focusing on doing something that is impactful, something that is lasting.
I will praise you in this storm. Praise you in the storm. I will praise